Welcome to Fire Talk, everyone. I am here today with David, who had a very interesting experience with our extinguisher. David, how are you doing?
I'm doing very good. Thank you very much.
You had an extinguisher mount in your vehicle and you used it to help someone else at a track day. Tell us all the details. What happened?
Yeah, so I was at a track day last, I guess it was Saturday, at a time trials event, sitting by my car with a couple of buddies just chatting after our session. And I saw some people over in the distance and I look over and I see fireballs coming out from under a McLaren, which I've seen car fires before, but never really that close or where I really had an option to do anything about it. Like a couple times on track, you'll be going by and you see someone pull off and their car's all on fire, but you can't really stop and do anything. But in this situation, they're just in the pits about 20 feet away. So I just grabbed my HalGuard out of the Mustang. It's mounted to my roll bar, and I ran over, put it out. It worked really, really quickly. It wasn't the biggest fire. I thought initially it was a fuel fire or something, but it turns out it probably wasn't, which is probably why it went out so quick. But yeah, I mean, I sprayed for maybe 3 or 4 seconds underneath the car where the fire was really coming from, got on top of the engine bay, sprayed down from there. And yeah, that was pretty much it, which thankfully it could have been a lot worse.
Well, he's lucky that you were so prepared and
Yeah.
had a HalGuard, right? So no mess.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that because the reason I got that specifically is because I've had my car now. I got it in 2011, so I've had it for 12 plus years at this point, and there's a lot of time and effort and just sentimental value in that car. So if I was ever to have a fire, I didn't want to use something that was like corrosive for it. So that's why I got the HalGuard. And obviously with a McLaren, I'm sure that guy was pretty happy I didn't shoot any corrosive material in it.
So tell us a little bit more about your build.
Yeah, so like I said, I've had it since 2011. The story kind of goes, my parents, as like the last thing they wanted to do for me to like get me started on life, like a good path in life, was they wanted to get me a Civic, which is fantastic. That's hard to say no to a Civic, but I put in the extra money to get the Mustang because kind of a car guy, I always wanted to do racing and stuff. But I mean, I've had it now for 13 years almost, so it's been a really good investment is maybe the wrong word, but it was good to get that because obviously I learned how to work on cars with that. I've do all the work myself. I've met great friends, turned into just an awesome sort of part of my life. It's like I said, at this point, I'm time trialing it. So it's pretty much a full on race car. Still has most of the interior in it, which is another reason I wanted the HalGuard. So in case I did have to use it, all my carpet wouldn't be destroyed. But yeah, it's pretty much a time trials car. It's got, I don't know, the list of things done to it is more than the things not done to it. So it's pretty extensive, but certainly a lot of fun. Like I said, met a lot of great people through that sport.
So what made you choose HalGuard for this
Yeah, I
car?
think the biggest thing, actually, one of my friends had bought one. He was looking into it. He had I think at the time, maybe like a 1 or 2 year old kid, and he just bought a Focus RS. Not that those are necessarily like super flammable, combustible. Like I don't think many of them have caught on fire, but being a turbo car, he was a little bit like, oh, if anything ever happened, I want a quick fire extinguisher to be able to put this out really quickly. And he told me about it. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a really good product. That's kind of like the Halon type extinguisher. So I looked into it. I bought one. Another buddy actually who I time trials with as well. He has another Mustang. He has one as well. So a couple of us have gotten them for the same exact reasons, the clean agent capabilities. Obviously, it's not corrosive, which is important, doesn't leave any residue. It'll put out basically any fire that I'll ever have to deal with at the track. So that's what really incentivized me to get it. It just seemed like the best option.
We really thank you for taking the time to talk to us today and
Yeah,
share your
certainly.
story. I think this is so valuable for people to hear about and learn from. Yeah, have a great weekend.
Thank you. You as well. Thanks for the time.